books. And that's it. That's my intro. Thank you. So growing up, books were not my favorite thing at all. Actually, I hated it with a passion. Every time we got a book recommended to us by the school that we had to read, I would sit in my room after and cry. Not a joke. I was the kid that spark noted books, read reviews on them by people so that I could just BS the paper that we had to write. The only book that I actually read that I really enjoyed was called The Book Thief. It is a really good book. It's actually the first one I read all the way through, cried. So if you enjoy suffering, for sure, try it. It's really good. I'm very good at advertising things, as you can tell. If you can't tell by now, I have major ADHD and it just word vomit. So I am so sorry, but we're gonna try to get through this. That was real awkward. So the first one I picked up from Goodwill when I was trying to get back into reading is a kid's book. It is The Giraffe, the Pelly, and Me. I have ADHD. I could not understand what was going on. It was great. I loved it. Like, it was super whimsical, super fun. It is a fever dream book. All right, second one. My nose is itchy. Allergies, I'm sorry. Copper Gauntlet. So this is Magisterium. It's a series. It's a young adult series about wizards, witches. I have seen the Harry Potter movies. I'm the kind of person, if I see the movie, I'm not gonna read the book. I know, it's horrible. I really enjoyed this. Like, I don't have the first book on me anymore or the third. We were moving and I just kind of lost them. It was really good. Like, I really liked it. The writing was fantastic. I felt like I was there. Loved the characters. There was a lot of character development in it. Just forgot what I was going to say. We're gonna go back and rate the books before I move on. This one, I know I talk about it like it was not good. It was. I enjoyed it. And for like coming straight back into reading, it was a good one to start on. It wasn't a huge time commitment. I read it in a day, 6 out of 10. This series, I haven't read the whole thing. I've just read the first 2 books. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. And I'm trying to be critical because I'm the type of person who I'm like, oh, that's great. Like, we're no criticism at all because I don't like giving criticism. However, I don't think anyone's gonna get offended by this. So most of these authors are dead. I am not huge into Christian fiction romance. It's just not something I would normally pick up. This book was so wholesome and so fun, and I loved it. And I loved the main character. I like books whose characters are not written like they're perfect people. They have flaws, they make mistakes. This was really good. I loved it. There's a movie. I might watch it, I might not, because I don't want to destroy whatever like feelings I have about the story or whatever. I'm sure it's good. I will give this an 8 out of 10. I need to come up with a more exciting way to judge books other than ratings. I don't know how to do that. Maybe I'll figure it out. I don't know. A lot of these books that I have were recommended by schools, probably like 5th grade. They weren't really big names. I went back and I would find them and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should read them and like see what all the hype is about. So this one, Ida B, I don't know how popular it was. I just remember hearing about it. It wasn't really prescribed. It's not medication. This is really good. It reminds me of Ginny B. Jones. Lots of made up words in it. She has a huge imagination. I don't know if this is correct. I really probably should have looked up information on the book. So don't take this and run with it. But I think the main character is on the spectrum. She doesn't handle conflict very well, and when change interrupts her routine, it is the end of the world for her. So I really enjoyed how the book explores how she navigates those changes and those big feelings. She makes mistakes, she learns how to overcome them, how to apologize and take accountability. She doesn't have to see the world as a horrible, chaotic place, that there's good in it too. So anyway, I wasn't expecting to talk about that so much. Let's move on. By the way, I'm sorry if my camera keeps moving up and down because right now it's on a candle. So it's a very low budget channel, as you can tell. I've read a few Ray Bradbury stories, mostly because they were in like reading textbooks, and so we had to read them. I always really enjoyed his stories though. I enjoy not horror, but thriller and a psychological thriller and things that make you think and think, like sci-fi thriller. I've said that word way too many times. But this is The Illustrated Man. It is a collection of stories, mostly following like insane ways people have died. It got my heart going in some places, and so I really liked that. I couldn't read it before bed because I did one time and had horrible dreams. So, but it is an awesome book. I love it. Did I forget to give ratings on the last one? Ida B. 6 out of 10. This is Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Probably big contrast to the other books I've read because the other ones have been kind of children's books. I know I've said like every book is good, and I had no idea how good it was gonna be. I was a little nervous going into like adult themes in books. You really aren't rooting for the main character, at least I wasn't. She's not a great person. I don't want to spoil it for sure, so I don't think I should go into a description because of everything going on up here. I feel like I'll just say the ending. Maybe give some trigger warnings for it. There is some like pretty graphic themes in it. And sometimes I had to skim through it because of just what was involved and whatever. I will definitely be rereading this book though at some point when I get through the rest of my collection. Oh my gosh. Okay, before I forget, 10 out of 10. Loved it. Next book. This is a pretty heavy one. This was also one that was talked about in schools. I think we did have to read this at some point. I didn't. Number the Stars, Lois Lowry. Why was I about to cry? Okay, we're good. I don't even know how to describe it. It was just, you have to read it. It's one of those books that really changes your worldview. I don't even know like what to say. It was so good. Cried at the end. I mean, it's a heavy subject. Like you can't make it, you know, feel good, happy, whatever, because it wasn't. I'm gonna give that one a 9 out of 10. Dang it, allergies. So I just want to rip off my nose. A Long Way from Chicago, Richard Peck. I just finished reading this one like this morning. So at first I was reading it like it was a like day after day after day, whatever. It's not. It goes through, it jumps from years because it's about kids who go to see their grandma every summer and the adventures they go on and whatnot. It was really good. I've said that about every book. I liked it. I really did. So there are changes that go through the kids and the grandma throughout the year when they come back to see each other and whatnot. It was good. I enjoyed it. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. I don't want to go any lower than 6 because I just feel bad. And I need to get over that because I don't need to be people-pleasing when judging books, maybe. Honorable mentions, because I don't have them with me, there is Castle in the Attic by Elizabeth Winthrop. I just looked at it, but I'm gonna forget. It was good. Can you come up with any other words It was nice. No, it was a really adventurous book. I am so bad at remembering things. It's awful. I am losing my mind. Follows a boy who finds a dollhouse and plays with it, and then one of the pieces comes to life, and that is not the whole story. I'm trying my best. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Okay, next book, which I'm glad I don't have anymore, was called The Wind Dancer. See, I can't even remember. It is a softcore. That's about all I can say about it. I read 3 pages and then decided it wasn't for me. I should have read the back. I saw the cover. Again, don't judge a book by its cover, but I do. I was like, this looks good. I'm gonna try. I hated it. It was so uncomfortable. It starts out, I'm not even gonna describe it. I'm ashamed I picked up this book. My nose is getting progressively redder throughout this video. I just had so much ADHD throughout this that I'm exhausted. And we're also raising a puppy right now, so that's great because we get woken up at 3 in the morning. All right, well, thanks for bearing with me. If you watch this, I have no clue what I'm doing. I was just like, maybe I should try. I did a YouTube. I'm proud of myself. Bye.